Hey my Scorpio babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you are having a good start to your work week and a good end to your month of September. October 1st is next Tuesday. This Scorpio is going to be your How's Your Money, How's Your Honey reading for September, October 2019. We do 3 for the money, 3 for the honey, 2 for overall energy, and I will let the oracle cards fall where they will. Enhanced reading using 2 decks. Housekeeping, thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, everything that you do. Thank you. I appreciate it more than you know. For the month, well, not even for the month, from now through Halloween, actually up until October 30th, because I'll be gone after that for a few days. Private readings are $20. I know y'all are trying to get ready for the holidays if you live in North America, which is coming up sooner rather than later. So I ain't trying to break the bank. I like what I love doing this. Don't get that part twisted. I love doing this. So I'm not trying to break the bank for nobody. Information you want to know, we can get it done for you. What's going on, Scorp? Ooh, y'all got some interesting energy. Some of y'all are trying to move ahead. Let's see what the cards say. I am curious. This is good energy. This is the best energy I have felt in a few days for readings. All right, Scorp, let's see what we got from underneath the bottom of the deck for your overall energy, recognition, and reward. And for the back end, movement, choices, and decisions. So you go from a 3 to a 2. For your money, patience, stand your ground, rejoice in celebration. For your honey, sacrifice, celebrate emotion, oh shit now, and authority. Second deck, from the bottom, recognition and reward pulls the world card, and movement, choices, and decisions pulls the Queen of Swords. For your money, patience pulls the 7 of Wands, stand your ground pulls the 3 of Cups, rejoice in celebration pulls the 2 of Cups, sacrifice, 7 of Swords, accelerated motion pulls the 4 of Swords, and authority pulls the 9 of Coin. Wow, it's interesting. All right, Scorp, let's see what we got going on. So your overall energy with the recognition and reward and the world card on top. I don't want to say this is completion because that's not what I'm feeling. If I was going to say I felt something, I would say you've accomplished something. And this is both financially and romantically. Like some doors have kind of been open for you. That is sitting on top of the recognition and reward. The recognition part is what we're getting at here. Like the universe has recognized you've been trying, you've been putting in extra effort, and so some doors, it seems like, have been open for you, both romantically and financially. And that's kind of how you feeling. Like, I know it all is the phrase sticking in my head, but I don't mean it like that. It's like you know it all now, and you know what you need to do for yourself. So it's kind of like this content feeling of, okay, I got this, the universe got me, I'm going to go ahead and move forward because evidently I'm being recognized for something because things are happening. And that's kind of your energy. That's the front end of your energy, the back end of your energy. With that know-it-all energy and the recognition energy, movement, choices, and decisions. It's a natural flow of things. get to that level where you up there and you feel like doors are finally being opened. Now it's time to make some choices. Now it's time for some movement to happen. Now it's time to start making some decisions. With the bitch on top, you know where I'm going with her, Miss Queen of Swords. In this deck, she is very much about the rules. Damn all the rest of that shit. What is on the board? Have you written your name in the upper right-hand corner of the paper and the date in the upper left-hand corner of the paper? That kind of shit. But understand this, because this is almost like a fresh start for you, Scorp, you need this. And I think you recognize that, and that is in your overall energy. I ain't confused about it. You know you need to start laying out a roadmap of what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, because you've been through some shit now. Relationships, they done fucked you around, you fucked your money around, let's just put that out there. Just not being careful and not taking decisions as seriously maybe as you should have in the past about your finances. Oh girl, hello. Get your shit together. Do not come into my classroom chewing gum. That bitch. And actually, you need this energy to kind of rein things in so you can start moving. Again, we're talking about movement, choices, and decisions. So you can start moving forward in a positive kind of direction. The recognition and reward card and the movement, choices, and decision cards are both red. So there's some fire energy there. Those are action cards. It's time to see what needs to be recognized, and time to move, make some choices, some decisions in the way that you want to go. As far as your money is concerned, with the Seven of Wands on top of the Patience, you have been trying to defend. Some of you may be trying to get, this is definitely professional and career and educational shit. Some of you may have been trying to get into school, start taking some classes. Others of you have finished the big part of your school, and maybe you're trying to get into grad school now. So working on paperwork and really defending your position right now as to why you're trying to get a promotion or why you're trying to take more classes. People are asking you, why do you need more money for school? What have you done with the education you have already? That kind of shit. Not a bad thing, but can be stressful when you are constantly having to defend yourself. Be patient. Scorp, have some patience for yourself, especially because some of the questions maybe right now that you're being asked, you haven't been asked before. So you can't be mad at yourself because you don't know the answer to something you've never been asked before. Be patient. Excuse me. Do as much research as you can possibly do about whatever it is you're trying to do. If it's get a promotion, do the research on the job. Do the research on the people involved. If it's within your company that you're in now. If you're thinking about moving to another company, definitely do the damn research. Look at their numbers. Look at where they are, whatever field or whatever market they're in. Pay attention to that kind of stuff. It may be useful to you in trying to get said promotion, I'm just saying, or get into said graduate school. The more you know, the better. But be patient. Be patient with yourself in that process. I had to cut my air on. I thought I was going to faint. I'm sorry. Anyway, but defending. And yeah, like I said, rightfully so, you will be tired. Your energy just drained because you're trying to defend while you're trying to do whatever it is you're doing. Obviously, this has big financial implications for you. Again, be patient. With the Three of Cups, want to stand your ground. To have other people involved. You may have other people involved, obviously, with your money, but in terms of loans, other people involved, this might be real estate related, and not necessarily that you own it, but the other people involved, and then kind of getting the gist of this, are going to be asking questions. Same, just like the Seven of Wands and the Patience. They're going to be asking questions, and these might be some questions you've never heard before. The hell you mean? Do I want to sign a 3-month lease with a $100 deposit every day for the 5 days that I wasn't there? That kind of bullshit. Here's the point. You need to stand your ground. If the people told you you only had to pay $50, do not let them come up on the back end and talk about, oh, you owe us $722.92. Stand your ground on that shit. It's some shaky, funky, flaky let me turn it upside down. Y'all know I don't do reversals, but it's gonna help you understand. Let me just put it upside down. It's some shady, funky shit going on. So make sure you stand your ground, and hopefully you got as much whatever in writing, particularly if this is related to real estate. Some of you, it may be about a car loan, and you went to the dealership or wherever, and they told you, oh yeah, $1,000 down, we get you in the car. Now they talking about $2,000. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Don't let nobody chump you and punk you around on your change because they fucked up. Don't do it. Stand your ground. Make sure you're paying attention to everybody that's involved in your transactions. Everybody ain't about the right thing. With the Two of Cups on the Rejoice and Celebration, you may be purchasing something with someone, not necessarily a lover. It could be a business partner. So you may be getting, you might be leasing office space somewhere if you're doing some entrepreneurial stuff. Others of you may be renting a hall out to have a party, making money that way. That happens. It's a variety of things going through my head about this. The celebration part, go easy. Don't overdo. The tendency is there, Scorpio, to just drink it all, eat it all, have it all. Be careful, don't overdo, especially if you are going to be out with people that are involved in some of these financial transactions. Mind your P's and Q's. I'm pretty sure they'll be watching you. But if you're doing something joint, and again, this doesn't have to be with your romantic partner. This could be a business partner, could be a business entity. Even if you are a small business and you're thinking about taking on new vendors, there will be a point to rejoice and celebration. Somebody's going to like what you're doing. My caution here would be to just make sure if you're going into something with somebody that the paperwork is tight. Because again, you got a girl up here in your overall energy. So make sure you have things written down. It's a cold, hard fucking facts. The only other person I need to see on the board is the King of Swords. And that was just tied up in a nice little package with a big fat bow. Details, business, period. Make sure you have whatever you need in writing, on the board, on a piece of paper, email, text message, however it's resonating with you. Make sure you have something in writing. There's some dark shit here. You don't see it, I feel it. I don't know, just be careful. If you're going into something with somebody else, the energy is of such right now where it's not real stable energy because it's a lot of planetary shit back and forth, retrograde, whatever. So be mindful. If this is somebody you ordinarily don't do business with, or if this is an organization, an agency, a group of people that you ordinarily don't do business with, I'm going to refer you right back to the first card. Do your homework. Do your homework. Whatever research you need to do before you get into something. Just because somebody, oh, and you get this, we're going to have a big party. Don't fall for that party shit. I'm just saying. Because some of this has a feeling like they're making everything sound all great and wonderful. It's just wonderful. And you get in that mug and you be like, what? This is also coming back and resonating for those of you that might be taking a trip, especially if you're getting ready to get on a boat or a ship. Make sure you are getting everything you're entitled to. Other person, maybe the people that are hosting the trip may have forgotten to tell you something. I'm just saying. It could be something as simple as we're having a celebration the last night of the trip. Bring your happy clothes. Just double check. If you get ready to go on a trip, double check you have everything that you need, including all documentation, and make sure everything that's supposed to be paid for, and you've already paid for it, make sure the people that are supposed to actually be paying for it have paid for it. Got that kind of energy. It's not really malicious. It's just people trying to promote their own shit and not paying attention to details. I'll just say it like that. So just make sure that if you've got any hands in the pot, whether it's 2 additional hands or 5 or 6 or 10, just throwing it out there like it is, Stand your ground for shit that wasn't talked about up front, and make sure everything is in order for whatever you may be doing as a joint effort. For your honey, Scorpio. Y'all got some new things going on in your love life, but it's not real clear to you yet what is going on. You feel this, and what's coming off of this Seven of Swords is, if it were reversed, by getting advice from everybody. Oh, you know, he's really cute. I like him. Oh, I like her. He's a handsome guy. Got a good job. You're getting advice from everybody about what you ought to be doing with your love life. Here's the thing that you need to know. Whatever you do is going to take some sacrifice. So don't let the cheering section have you going all rah-rah stupid on some shit and you forget about what you might be sacrificing. For some of you, if you've got kids and you're thinking about getting into a relationship with someone and they're not in the same space or place as you with kids, we'll put it like that. Be mindful of that and understand, you know, you get into relationships, a lot of times the person you really like is not accustomed to some of the things you may be doing. So there's sacrifice there. If you were getting up with somebody that doesn't have kids, or they may have joint custody of their kids and may see their kids more often or less often than you do, they may not understand your particular struggle. And there then comes the sacrifice. Are you willing to let that piece go to be in this relationship? I'm just throwing it out there. I see all the happy colors and shit in the background, and that's really what it's about. If you see the rainbow up there, you know, sometimes you just have to fight and dig your way through some shit to have some shit. And with anything that you do, it's a sacrifice. So, I mean, if you don't have some sacrifice, if you aren't giving up compromise somewhere, you might want to look at that, because very rarely do people get the whole package and they don't need no tweaking or adjusting on either side. So be aware of the sacrifices that you may have to make if you're thinking about getting into a new relationship, and don't let the advice givers talk to you about something they don't know nothing about. I'm just saying, you know where you are, everybody else does not. So take it, eat the fish, and eat the bones. With the Four of Swords on top of the accelerated motion, some of you are coming out of this taking a break phase. Some of you are still in it, but a lot of you are coming out of it. And as you're coming out of it, your love life seems to be hitting over speed, just gone, quantum leaps and whatnot. Some of you, and just look at all the stars in the sky. What the hell? Those are all your little options and choices. One over here, two over there, maybe one behind, one in front of you. What the hell? You got choices. Take a break before you do any major big time fruit and shit. Just take a break. Take a step back. Take a couple days before you jump knee deep into some shit. And again, I'm coming back to the sacrifice. You need to start thinking about, what do you want out of your relationships? Let me pull the bitch back up. Let her help you start making boundaries. If you haven't been good at doing that before in your relationship, things that are acceptable to you, things that, you know, you need done a certain way. If you need to have a date night every week with your partner to help you feel close to that person on a weekly thing, I'm just using that as a fucked up ass example, that needs to be there. You need to come out with that first. I need somebody that's going to emotionally support me, or, you know, make me feel secure. But there's no shame in saying that. We don't get fucked up till we start not saying shit. I think most people can deal with a whole lot of shit if you tell them up front. But if you don't tell them anything, they don't know anything to go by. And then you go back to, if you don't have any rules in place, what the hell are you doing? It's a fucking free-for-all. Is that what you're trying to do? I don't have that sense. I feel like a lot of you are looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Just saying. So don't let everybody with their advice get you all caught up. Do take a break, because, you know, all the little stars in the sky, When you pick one, low, whatever you're doing, when you pick, time to get down and boogie. Quickly. It's not going to be no whole lot of, oh, I like you and I'd like to start dating you, and then you wait 2 weeks. No, things is getting ready to pop quick. At the end of this, the 9 of coins on top of the authority. Again, old girl here with the rules here, nurturing. For some of you, whatever relationship, whatever this is, you're going to have to start nurturing right out the gate. And you may have to keep your eye on the relationship as far as maintaining a certain standard. Especially if you got things here, you got boundaries you don't want broken. To get with this, some of you maybe who trying to hook up with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Others of you, it may be another water sign, Pisces or Cancer, depends. But however that's resonating with you, just know that whatever you decide to do is going to require your immediate attention. Ain't gonna be no waiting to 10 days and get a refund. No. And the thing here is that you're going to have to become the authority on nurturing the whole little situation. I know Scorpios, y'all are not the most touchy-feely creatures in the world, but I'm saying, and nurturing is more than just a physical. Nurturing is a lot about the stability that's in a relationship, the things that you do on the regular. I'm just throwing that out there. It feels like a lot of you have made a decision about dating someone, and you're already here taking a rest. Some of you, this might even be some of you were sick, which is kind of playing to your favor right now, because the other person, you kind of adding a little bit of mystery. Even though you really are sick, you don't feel well, it's kind of adding a little something to the mix. Take that break. You need it. Especially if you've been trying to do shit with your money and you're fighting and arguing. Take this break. Again, once you get out of bed and the feet hit the floor, it is on and popping. This is good for a lot of you because it seems like you kind of been just floating around and you haven't been really sure about the dating scene or the people you've been dating. It feels like for a lot of you that this reading will relate to you kind of narrowing the field down to 1 or 2 people, and you are seriously considering trying to go the next step. There's not a lot of old relationship energy here. So there's not, I don't feel like there's a lot of bullshit and schlepping around. Some of you may be coming out of a situation where you need to take that break with the 4 swords on top of the accelerated motion. Because again, your shit get ready to kick up too. Just because you broke up with somebody, like I say, you don't give a damn about a Rolex or a clock. I'm just saying. So remembering that time is fluid. The next person might be at your door. You never know. But take the break, Scorpio. Take the break. You need it. And if it's not a literal break, take a giant step back before you decide to jump off into anything. This is where the advice that everybody's giving you might come into play. Alright, Scorpio, my phone doing what my phone do. At any rate, taking a step back, taking a break, and that's where thinking about the advice that you've been given from any and everybody may come into play. I'm not saying that any advice that you're giving is going to be a bunch of bullshit. Certainly not. But it's just going to sound like a bunch of bullshit because you're not trying to hear any of it at this point. Listen. You ain't necessarily got to respond to anything. Take what you can. Again, eat the fish, leave the bones. Think about it, Scorpio. Think about, what kind of relationship do you want to manifest? What kind of relationship do you want to be in? What do you want the other person to be like? Are you a passionate person? Does this person need to respond to you in that kind of way? Or are you cold fish? You know, you happy to see everybody, but you just as happy to sit down by yourself and let everybody do what they're doing. So think about what you want. And for those of you that have some choices, you know, don't be picking on, oh, he's so fine, I want him right there. Don't be picking on bullshit. Pick on shit that's going to sustain you through some part of your life anyway. Somebody that's going to be around for you when you need them there, going to be able to support you emotionally, not just with the money, but with everything else. That said, let's see what the Oracle cards have for Scorpio. Be flexible. Be grateful. I got it. Pray, oh Lord. And walk it off. Definitely money. Be flexible. Be flexible. There may be some things. This is not to say you still don't need to get shit in writing, but if there's some wiggle room, negotiation room, be flexible. Be grateful. And this is both for people that you have in your life, for whatever money you have in your life. Be thankful, be humble, be grateful for what you have. That goes a long way in ensuring that you continue to keep what you have. When the shit's all just swirling around your head, just a hot, funky, fresh ass mess, don't know what to do. Should I get into the group thing and do the entrepreneurial thing? Should I do it by myself? How long should I take my little break before I jump into my next love swirl way? Pray, honey. Pray. To whoever you're praying to, Jesus, the head of lettuce, the yaga, whoever it is, just pray. Sometimes saying that prayer under your breath will just take all that shit right off your shoulders and let you be who you need to be. Pray. Walk it off. This is a lot of decision making that you're doing. And sometimes you can get up in your head and just get fucked up and pissed off on some shit because you don't understand it. Get to this point, particularly where it is related to finances, and I'm seeing school and work. And the human resource person is getting ready to tell you them 12 hours of overtime did not get added to this week's paycheck. Walk it off, boo-boo. Walk it off. People are human. People fuck up. Same with school. They ain't get your paperwork turned in on time for your student loan shit. Damn it, it's already October. What the hell are you saying? Walk it off. Walk it off. I know you're mad as fuck. I get it. Walk it off. Walk it off. This is a lesson. Put it where it is. This is a lesson that sometimes, yeah, people do fuck your shit up. Hello. But you always are able to act. Walk it off. So I love you. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week and a good weekend. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.